Welcome, everybody. So I'll start at the beginning. What was the beginning for me was a number of years ago when I heard from Tuku Sangak Rinpoche that Guru Rinpoche, who was the master who really transformed Tibet into a Buddhist country, he made a lot of predictions, and they've been quite accurate, very specific, and many of them have already come to pass so that we know he actually could predict with great accuracy. And he predicted that there would be, it's sort of like biorhythms, but for our consciousness. And he predicted that there was we're in a downswing and that we would hit a really big valley or trough. I asked him more about this. I wanted to know some specifics. And he said, yeah, there are lots of specifics, and they're sort of scattered all over the place from various people who discovered these predictions. In all of the many teachings of this or that Lama, there would be, this paragraph here and that paragraph there. So Rinpoche said it's kind of difficult to pull all those together. Well, then about a year ago, I was looking around. We were in a pandemic, all sorts of weather things were happening. And I was like, okay, I'm really concerned. I was mentioning this to Ken Rinpoche, and he was saying, yes, the lamas are, lots of them are really concerned. And the predictions are very specific that we have a window of opportunity now. And then that window of opportunity closes. And in this window of opportunity, we have the chance to change things on inner levels, because the main problem is everybody is ego clinging, right? They're coming from, I'm number one, take care of number one, everybody else, who cares? And that's the kind of attitude that can bring about, complete disaster in the world. And we're seeing that, right, in all sorts of ways. One prediction that I had heard much earlier was that all of the elements would rise up against us. So that short sentence really stuck with me, because we were already seeing more and more intense hurricanes, for example, more tornadoes, more serious flooding. And now we've just seen some more. I have a friend in New Zealand, and nobody's seen anything like it. It's worse than anything ever recorded. And we keep hearing, this is a record-breaking heat year, record-breaking this, record-breaking that. We know that climate change is upon us already, but this is only the beginning. It's a little bit like the joke about the guy who was falling from the 17th floor of a building. And as he's going by the 10th floor, somebody says, how's it going? And he's saying, so far, so good. Right? Right. So that's about where we are now. There is a real possibility of nuclear war by 2030, like World War III, nuclear war, and climate collapse. So this is what he predicted a long time ago, when, he shouldn't have known about all that. But he's predicted a lot of things that nobody understands how he could have known. He predicted SARS and what it would look like under a microscope, for example. And he predicted pandemics for this time as well. So our window of opportunity has been last year and now, we're just entering the next year of the Tibetan calendar. It happens on February 21st. And we have 1 year from that time. So basically 1 year to work on inner levels to turn this around. So for the last number of months, we've worked to put up this website. On this website, you'll have a chance to receive, if you want, little figurines that have been blessed for weeks by Tuku Sangak Rinpoche and the Sangha in Taiwan, and his brother as well. And these treasure vases that hold all sorts of powerful blessings and so on, and they also were blessed. There's one for each direction, so that's 5, the 4 cardinal directions and center. And those are associated with different aspects of timeless awareness. So all of those you'll be able to procure if you want online. And they're actually being shipped now. So while they're on their way, hopefully we're getting directions for where to put them, how to install them. This has all been laid out by Guru Rinpoche. We've already got thousands of prayer flags that have been printed, just according to Guru Rinpoche's instructions. Tuku Sangak did that, I don't know, last spring, I think it was, and we got them in the summer. So we already have those. There are going to be Drupchens. Those are week-long prayer festivals where 24/7, even during the night, at least some people are doing ceremony and prayers. And these are very specific ceremony and prayers for this purpose. And those are rather expensive because a lot of precious substances are used. A lot of people are gathered. They need to eat, they need to sleep somewhere, and so on. So these are all considerations, because they cost money. And so they're going on in Tibet and other parts of Asia, including our monastery of nuns in Nepal. In India. And I'm going to be going to India in a few days, and I'm going to be partaking of a Drupchen. Anything you can contribute for those Drupchens would be really of great use. And then something that we can all contribute is our prayers. And again, very specific prayers have been assigned, if you will, by Guru Rinpoche, prescribed, I guess I would say. So there's a prayer on the website that you can download and print. And here's an image of Guru Rinpoche, by the way. There's a translation of it. And the translation is actually chantable. And we're going to be chanting that today. So we'll be chanting together. And I hope that you chant with your learning circle or a buddy or somebody, because group practice is more powerful than individual practice. Although there are advantages to individual practice because you can do it in your own time and take as long as you like on this part or that part. I hope you consider doing this at least sometimes with other people. And we have morning practice sessions. Maybe we can have, I don't know, once or twice a week, sessions where everybody comes together and does the prayer together and recites the Vajraguru mantra. It's a very short mantra, and you say it again and again and again. And it would help if you would count up how many recitations of the mantra you do. This is when a mala is handy, but there's an app for that. And there's one for Guru Yoga, and that's going to be the one I think that I would suggest, every 100, I count them every 100 because I can do about 100 in a minute. So I just count the time and then, count that up. So these are some things you could do. Now, how the heck do you do mantras? That's the thing I want to mention before we do it together. So there's usually a visual, and then there's the audio, which is the mantra. And these are all helping us to take our channel changer that's usually stuck on one reality. We're really fixated on one reality. This helps us to find at least one more channel in reality and be able to tune into that. And so we use this archetypal image. And an archetype is like a template, in this case, for an aspect of enlightened mind that we call Guru Rinpoche. And we project our own enlightened mind, our own essence, which is pure awareness, right? Unsullied by all of our confusions. It's like the sky that's still blue, even when there's clouds. It's just the clouds are covering that, and then they clear away, and then we can see it without all of the the clouds in the way. So it's kind of like that. We try to use these archetypal practices to help us to tune into this Guru Rinpoche channel. And he is considered, well, I think of him as like the archetypal master of transformation, because he transformed dust into gold in front of lots of people many times. He transformed Tibet into a Buddhist country. He transformed land spirits that were destroying the temple as they were trying to build it into helpers, so that when they finished building in the daytime, instead of then tearing it down at night, they were actually continuing the building at night. And again, this was observed by many people and written about at the time. So, but also the Buddha predicted that he would reincarnate one more time. And the Tibetans believe that Guru Rinpoche is that reincarnation. So for us to tune into that channel of enlightenment is powerful. And when a whole bunch of us do it together in a group, or alternating whenever we can manage to get to it, and keeping that going, rolling around the world, because people are doing it in Asia as well, that's a powerful way to turn back this headlong dash over the cliff as people follow their egos. So that's what we're really trying to do here, right? And so we're calling on Guru Rinpoche with this prayer, and then using the Guru Rinpoche mantra, imagining him above and in front of us, pouring down blessings. And now I had to think about, well, what are blessings anyway? So I think of them as, it's like they're infecting us with Buddha mind. And so Guru Rinpoche, the Buddha had an aura around him, and that was depicted of Christian saints as well, and Jesus, because apparently that's what happens. So it's like the sun that just naturally pours out light. So Guru Rinpoche naturally pours out blessings, and while we're saying this mantra, we can bask in those blessings. That's all we have to do, because we're just tuning into that channel and staying in that channel. That's all we have to do. It doesn't have to be hard. You don't have to push really hard. You can actually relax and bask in this beautiful, these blessings, and be porous and soak them up. And that's going to help us to behave better. And it's going to ripple out on all sorts of levels. So I invite you to recite this or chant this with me. So the brain, interestingly, the brain behaves differently when you chant as opposed to just reading prose. Chanting together will be powerful. I want to say one more thing about the power of group practice, which is it's like the difference between regular light and laser light. So in regular light, the waves go up and down any old way, it's just random. But with laser light, it's called coherent light because the waves go up and down together. So that's what makes it so powerful. And so people are performing operations with laser light. Lasers are used in war to destroy things. Lasers can be used for all kinds of things because it's that powerful. So we're going to use our laser coherent light principle here to practice this together right now. Emaho, Guru Pema, form of all victors, from your mountain pure land in southwest, look upon us beings in this age with compassion, and please heed our prayer. O root Lama Origin Rinpoche, on your seat of lotus, sun and moon, with the lamas of the command line, I pray cleanse us of our bad karma. Bless us that our wishes are fulfilled. Dr. Buddha Origin Rinpoche, from your eastern palace so lovely, with 8 Dr. Buddhas and Rigsons, I pray pacify all illnesses. Bless us that our wishes are fulfilled. Chemcho Keru Orchen Rinpoche, from your palace Yeshi Meri Bar, with male, female, wrathful, chosen ones, I pray, please grant us all cities and bless us that our wishes are fulfilled. Daki chieftain Orchen Rinpoche, from your palace of five-colored light, with your Daki's wisdom mundane ones, I pray clear both outer inner blocks. Bless us that our wishes are fulfilled. Chief of the guards, Orchen Rinpoche, from your throne of foes and hindrances, with your guards both wisdom mundane ones, I pray, please prevent time's disturbance. Please bless us that our wishes are fulfilled. Siddhi Sorso Orchen Rinpoche, from your changeless palace of treasures, with your lords of Terma and of wealth, I pray shower cities down like rain. Bless us that our wishes are fulfilled. You who bound the spirits and gods of Tibet, the snow land, O Orchen Rinpoche, with your local spirits, Dharma guards, I pray turn back the invading force. Bless us that our wishes are fulfilled. Amitabha Orchen Rinpoche, from your palace blazing lotus light, with your host of Buddhas and their heirs, I pray guide us, please, to lotus light. Bless us that our wishes are fulfilled. Om Ahum Ben Guru Pema Siddhi Om. 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 And we just continue reciting that quietly under our breath, but with just a little bit of voice to it, so that he can hear us and feel his presence, feel him here with us. Om Ahum Ben Guru Pema Siddhi Om. And now we say this, and we clap our hands at stop, stop, and dok, dok. You'll see what I mean. The sun, moon, and planets' magic, stop. The earth, spirits, nagas, violence, stop. The harm doing of Tsen, Mamos, stop. Close the gateway of plague and disease. Please avert all forces that would invade. Maraya, Jo, Jo, Dok, Dok. So at the beginning and end of every session, we normally give rise to bodhicitta, this compassionate mind that wants to help the world, and altruistic intention with the practice, and then ending the practice by sending out any merit that we've gained from doing this practice, and there's quite a bit given the situation. We send that out to all beings so that it offsets the negative karma that is about to really manifest even more strongly in the near future. And we wish for everyone to wake up and let go of ego attachment. So that's not saying we have to eliminate ego. It's just a psychic part, like a body part. It's a psychic part. And it can just be in right relationship with the large S self, right? So that's what we wish for all beings. And now we have 4 minutes for questions. This is a very short time.
Lama Tsomo,
Yeah.
will we get a recording of that entire process so that we can match that?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I'm trying not to be mortified because my voice is really rusty, and I'm always mortified to sing in front of people. So it was extra mortifying. And so that's a good practice in letting go of ego attachment. And you'll be able to, of course, view the Guru Rinpoche image online. And let's put the Guru Rinpoche image with the all English one so that people have it all together. Yeah. And we'll let you know, we're going to keep the website updated. So as soon as we get those things from Taiwan, we'll, put that on the website and then you can ask for them. And of course, no installing them until you know the instructions. And I'll have to get with the folks in Taiwan to find out when that translation is going to happen. Yeah, and this is something that we're hoping many people in many sanghas across the world will join in on. And that was specifically asked for by Guru Rinpoche. Yeah, so I see a hand up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Finally, I could connect to you from Europe, because so often kind of your time schedule is not really a good one for us. I'm so happy. Thank you so much. Really.
For joining.
I wanted to ask if it would be possible for Europe to receive some of the material, because I recognize shipping would be expensive, but I guess something is needed here as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It would be such a great help. Yeah. info@namchak.org is fine.
Good. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy.
Yeah. Thank you. That's very much needed. Thank you. Anyone else? Well, great. Everybody completely understands. You'll understand more when you actually do the practice. That's how it works. And then you may have more questions and you can write to info@namchak.org. And it would be helpful actually for us to know what questions come up. Well, thank you everyone for coming to this today. And I so appreciate any efforts you can make towards turning back, seriously, disaster for the world. It's nice to know we can do something. We all know we're on the edge, right? It's nice to know we can do something. And this is a short window of opportunity. So we need to make the time. And even that is an exercise in putting ego in right relationship and letting go of ego attachment, isn't it? Everyone, take care and practice together, and hope to see you soon. Bye-bye. Emaho, Guru Pema, form of all victors, from your mountain pure land in southwest, look upon us beings in this age with compassion, and please heed our prayer. O root Lama Origin Rinpoche, on your seat of lotus, sun and moon, with the lamas of the command line, I pray cleanse us of our bad karma. Bless us that our wishes are fulfilled. Dr. Buddha Origin Rinpoche, from your eastern palace so lovely, with 8 Dr. Buddhas and Rigsons, I pray pacify all illnesses. Bless us that our wishes are fulfilled. Chemcho Keru Origin Rinpoche, from your palace Yeshi Meri Bar, with male, female, wrathful chosen ones, I pray please grant us all cities and bless us that our wishes are fulfilled. Daki chieftain Origin Rinpoche, from your palace of 5-colored light, with your Daki's wisdom mundane ones, I pray clear both outer inner blocks. Bless us that our wishes are fulfilled. Chief of the guards, Origin Rinpoche, from your throne of foes and hindrances, with your guards both wisdom mundane ones, I pray please prevent time's disturbance. Please bless us that our wishes are fulfilled. Siddhi Sorso Origin Rinpoche, from your changeless palace of treasures, with your lords of Terma and of wealth, I pray shower cities down like rain. Bless us that our wishes are fulfilled. You who bound the spirits and gods of Tibet, the snow land, O Origin Rinpoche. With your local spirits, Dharma guards, I pray turn back the invading force. Bless us that our wishes are fulfilled. Amitabha Origin Rinpoche, from your palace blazing lotus light, with your host of Buddhas and their heirs, I pray guide us, please to lotus light. Bless us that our wishes are fulfilled. Om Ahum Ben Guru Pema Siddhi Om. 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 And we just continue reciting that quietly under our breath, but with just a little bit of voice to it so that he can hear us and feel his presence, feel him here with us. Om Ahum Ben Guru Pema Siddhi Om. And now we say this and we clap our hands at stop, stop, and dok, dok. You'll see what I mean. The sun, moon, and planets' magic, stop. The earth spirits, nagas, violence, stop. The harm doing of Tsen, Mamos, stop. Close the gateway of plague and disease. Please avert all forces that would invade. Maraya, Jo, Jo, Dok, Dok,